Let's go. What's up, bro? We got a podcast in the metaverse, bro.
Yeah. Who knew that this is what it was all building up to through the entire first season, and now we are here kicking off season 2 with all of you guys, a live studio audience.
Let's go. Every Tuesday,
A podcast. We didn't even know what was happening. We were 15 episodes into this.
it seems to be helping and impacting a lot of people. We'll see you every Tuesday on the Well Metaverse podcast. Peace.
I don't know why I chuck deuces. Like I don't chuck deuces. What was that? There it is.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. This is real helpful in case I forget your name.
That is great. That is great.
Man,
And I'm loving the different tones of brown in your scene, dude. What represent the brown people, brother?
Yeah. I got a monochromatic theme.
Right.
Here. This is a Hawaii shirt. It's a Life is Good shirt.
Hey.
I didn't get it in Hawaii though. I got it from some guy whose life's not all that good anymore. He's in prison.
Wow. So you gave up some cigarettes for that shirt.
That's right. And some stamps.
Yeah.
Oh
great.
man, it's so good to see you and laugh. Look at our comment section. We got people
Look at it.
blowing it up.
What's happening?
Man, we got Libby says, smoke your greens.
Yo, Libby, what's up, man?
Yeah. Super cool Soapstonian. Or actually, she's probably more of the Soapstoner. Zach the artist says, hey there.
Zach, good to see you, man. Hear from
I'll
you.
tell you what, Zach's got some exciting things coming up for him, and I've been talking with him a bit here and there, and he's excited, and he should be excited. There's cool things ahead for that guy.
I can't wait till the world as a whole gets to know Zach the artist. Who I
hear you. We
got him in the metaverse, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and of course, Kimberly Ann. Hey,
Kimberly,
two of my favorite
what's
peeps.
up? Oh, that is, man, heartfelt, sister.
Yeah,
heartfelt.
Yeah, she is a great person. Hello there, Scorpions. Exterminator. I love that. You know, one of the benefits of us kind of pivoting to no longer doing this as an audio podcast format is like we can just be present, like in this moment, like Exterminator. You know, for him to throw that up, the Scorpions' Winds of Change plays. Like we don't have to worry about how that's going to translate to audio only.
Absolutely, like we don't got to explain it. Just
so much better. Kevin Drew Abbott. If that shirt was a shade lighter, he would blend in with the wall. Yes,
right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it blended darker, it would blend with his hair.
That's right. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, and Libby says, enjoyed listening to you both. We love seeing you here. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that, Libby.
This is cool. Look at these. This is a first for these to just blow up quickly. That's the artist, you know. Love this. Oh, very cool. And
thanks, Just.
Things done. What's good?
Here's the thing, that's the dude that we said we need to connect with, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he doing? Are you around Friday? Getting things done?
Show up in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Let's.
Yep. Live.
Yeah, let us know.
Yep. The name of the event on Fridays in the metaverse is Live Recording Well Metaverse, and it happens at 11 a.m. Eastern in Jason Earls Productions.
Yo, show up. He said he could be there.
Rated RK Evolution here. This dude has recently jumped into the training process, and he was there representing last night. I think he's going to be back again tonight doing some more training. But dude, this group of people that we've got, it's world class. like the people are so very incredible.
So
Speaking
cool.
of incredible, of course, Richard Atkins. Hey, good
What's up,
morning,
man?
guys. And,
Richard to the Atkins.
Yep, that's Steel Knight right there. That's who that is. And Zach, boy, we're not even gonna be able to talk, Jason.
Appreciate the algorithm showing us some love.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you guys comment, share, all that good stuff. Mr. Bullsauce is here. He can be. All right.
Yo, absolutely. We're looking forward to it, man.
Nice.
Just we meet up in the Soapstone first. We meet
That's
up in
right.
the Soapstone, probably around
about 10:30 Eastern.
Yeah, half past.
Or is it half till?
Right. Hey, did y'all used to say a saying with after half past?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to middle school. Yeah.
That's hysterical. It's like I gotta fight not to say it and think it, right?
Oh man. So I love when a joke leads somebody to think something, that's on them.
Right? But dude, that's the beauty of comedy. That actually, any comedian watching, that actually helped me take my comedy to a next level. And Michael Jr. is the one who helped me realize this. He was like, dude, you give away too much of the punchline.
Yeah.
Like it's self-discovery in a punchline that makes the joke even more enjoyable and funny.
Oh yeah. Well, again, like we are puzzle-solving machines.
Right.
Like our brains are just geared to decode stuff and solve puzzles. So, and that's why humor is so important. Because we lay out the pieces, and then people solve it and get the unexpected twist.
Absolutely, dude. So that's great,
man. All right. Well, good stuff. What do you want to talk about, Jason?
Look there.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I appreciate the love, man.
Toby says,
here's what's interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of these comments are coming on through Facebook and through YouTube, which is for that's huge, man. That's really huge. They're saying one that, of course, consistency. We're being consistent with it, but now you're seeing some of the fruits of the consistency.
Yeah. Well, like I'm a firm believer that when we're starting something off, it's not about results. It's about doing something with excellence. And then the results will follow.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, let me follow up with something, man. Because last week I was in the airport.
Yeah.
And I flew to San Francisco, dude. Man, let me just say the California air is sweet, dude. I was in San Francisco. My event was in Redding the next day, but I flew in to connect with an old student of mine, man. His dream was always to move to San Francisco, and being his mentor, I sat down with him when he was in middle school. Like, dude, you want to move to San Francisco? That's okay. Let's map this out. Let's come up with a plan. So fast forward, 8 years later, he's now living in San Francisco. So I was that close. I was like, I need to show up, and we need to celebrate him being in San Francisco, man. And so, man, that was so cool. Just seeing the city, seeing a guy, a good friend who's now, who I mentored in the past, living his dream, riding around that beautiful city, dude, was pretty amazing.
That's an incredible thing to have a relationship with somebody, to breathe into them, and then see them recognize and realize their dream. Like that's wild. How did that feel when you got face to face with them?
Dude, it was cool. We just kept saying, two dudes like, yeah, we in San Francisco. Look at you, boy. He's like, I'm in San Francisco. We celebrated the moment big. Nice. And that's, that's what I've come to. There are two things that I've learned to do over the past few months of doing this podcast, hanging out with you consistently, and a neighbor of mine. And it's taking good fun jabs at friends. It's just fun. It's just how can we just consistently jab each other out of love? That's fun. And then celebrating big, like getting mad, crazy hype about things that friends do. That's just those two things are just fun.
100% agree. Like, yeah. I mean, and actually, like, not to talk too much about comedy on this podcast, where two comedians are navigating explosive growth and then the metaverse,
Right.
but it's the same as comedy. You know, you build up tension and then you release that tension. You know, if
Right.
like moving towards something or even just communicating, you know, a little tension can build up and then you just jab and that. And then of course, when those milestones come along, which there's been a lot of
Absolutely, bro.
recently, you know, and to see those come along and just be able to
Just
celebrate.
just like I have this semi-tight, wrinkled rain shirt on, which is pretty cool. But then when I look at your jailbird Maui shirt, you got a little grease stain, right?
Yeah. Like you know, like yeah, I didn't exactly get all dolled up, and my hairdresser is in Hawaii, and yeah, I need to
Dude, yeah,
get
like
trimmed
same
up.
here,
Like
bro.
it's
It's
rough.
like it's a podcast. Mhm.
Yeah, maybe we need to go back to audio only.
Which is funny. We got to address this because Rose just asked. Let me pull this up. Rose just said, "When's the podcast from last week coming out?"
So, well, it is on YouTube. It's on both of our YouTube channels. So we decided we decided to get away from the purely audio format, just because it was too hard to translate. Which actually the theme of this one is, you know, what did we even call this one? Change or
Something new direction, new direction.
a new direction. Yeah, yeah, there it is.
And look, so Rose, we thought nobody would care about the podcast in the first episode. Like, where's the podcast?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll bring it back if like that's another thing. Like if producing content, looking at demand, like demand should pull content a little bit. Not always. If you're doing something new, you can start something and just do it with excellence and see what happens. But there comes a point where you got to evaluate and say, is the demand pulling it, or am I creating obligation for fans, listeners, community members to engage in something that they might not necessarily want to?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of changing it up, like
Yeah.
this is the first of our podcast, or of our shows now, with a little bit different format. On Fridays in the metaverse, what we've done the last 2 weeks is not have the show focused on a specific guest, but rather have everybody in the audience able to come up. Are you pretending to be frozen,
Yeah,
Jason?
you froze for just a second. So
Oh,
I was
did I?
trying to
Okay.
yeah,
You were
I was
matching.
trying to match you.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember the mannequin challenge from like 4 years ago? And when the Dallas Cowboys did it on the plane, and so all these athletes, man, had full control of their muscles. And then Jerry Jones had a slice of pizza. He was like this. Yeah.
Which that just makes it that much better.
That was hysterical, man. I was like, this is so not so hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
That thing was funny, man. I need to find that video. That was great.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll you need to share that on social media, because that sounds hilarious. Oh man. This is good.
It's Yeah, I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, I think
It's
we're about to say the
refreshing.
same thing.
It's
Yeah.
that's the freedom that we now like. Not that we were so tight, had this constraints based off of our show structure, but it's for me, it's there's another added sense of even more freedom that we have in the shows that makes it a lot fun. I feel like I'm able to color with the comedy a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can't wait to next week's podcast because I said something. It was a few funny moments in last week's in next week's podcast that was funny.
Hold on, you might be talking about this. I've got a video clip here that here you go. I think you might be talking about this clip.
Then we can go. We can find our friends at the Real Irish Pub. I just make choose a team. Choose a team. Choose a team.
British pub.
Oh no! Nice to the heart.
We love you, bro. We love you.
We did damage our team right out the door.
Come back. Hysterical.
Oh man.
That
is that what you were talking about?
No,
no, you were hoping that was going to get buried deep forever.
How can so many people who mean such a great deal to you and their world, and you just butcher their world with a whole different country, everything, man?
Yeah, well, and of course, like, I mean, you and I have had conversations about how high regard you hold Cal and how your heart has gone out to the UK and to the people there and like really felt a kinship and connection.
That is too funny, man. That is too funny.
Yeah.
No, it was when last week when Jimmy Neutron showed up.
Oh yeah. I'll tell
funny.
you, it's so cool, like to have that flexibility and to have like just whatever, letting the show go where the show is going to go.
Right.
And when Jimmy Neutron showed up, like you're talking about, and to not know like this one, the ones that we're showing clips from this time, you know, we got into some pretty serious stuff and they weren't planned guests.
Right.
I got a clip from Mr. Blanchy, who was talking about some stuff. Let me show this real quick.
Success is contagious and admirable, and people are attracted to it, right? But it's always just this mystery, like this elusiveness that's just like, well, how'd you do it? Oh, and it's like you keep showing them how you do it every day, but they never want to do the work, right? So it's like, but what I admire and what I respect and appreciate is when you get to see the trick, and it's right in front of your face all the time. It's the work, right? So like what you said was an example of that for me, right? You said we're doing this podcast, and you identify areas of growth, right? You identify spots and a trajectory and an ability to refine what you already have to get to the next stage. And doing that over and over and over puts you in a position to be successful. But people don't, let me not say people don't see that or recognize, but it's like not enough. You know what I'm saying? People want to say like, yo, well, why is this happening for this person or for that person? It's like, yo, do the fucking work, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and be serious about it. So I admire that and the mind and the dedication and the persistence, you know.
Man, it feels like I've heard somebody else talk about consistency.
That's it. Another brother. So good, man. So good. Do the work.
Yeah.
We got to do the work.
And this guy, like, he was not a booked guest for the show. He popped in kind of randomly.
Yeah.
And just to immediately contribute to the conversation and just lay it out there. Like,
right.
Man, that was good. I love that. I love this new format to where on Fridays in World we can have a discussion about about whatever the topic may be. This one, it was about taking this show in a new direction.
Yeah.
And how hard it is sometimes to reevaluate and redirect.
But I found this encouraged me in different areas just to be flexible. Because if we were so hard, like we're not going to change, we're going to do it the way that we do it, the thing would have, it would have died a quick death.
That's right.
But man, just understanding the times. There's this verse that says the sons of Issachar understood the times and knew what Israel should do. And that's the idea, man. Understanding what's going on right now and how we should, adjust, how we need to adjust. That's pretty cool. I like what Kimberly just said. She said, "You both seem exceptionally happy today." That's hysterical.
There it is. Yeah, and I do. I feel really good. Like
I do too. I feel so good.
So why is it that change is so scary, but then as soon as we pivot and make a change, we come back with a new energy and more excitement?
Dude, I think part of it is just this peace, joy, excitement, euphoria that comes with just living life as it was meant to live. And as you say all the time, man, like certain things should be easy.
Yeah.
And I think at some level you're seeing, not that this show was burdensome to us, because it wasn't, but you're even seeing a lighten of the load. I think it's our shoulders have dropped a little bit more. Not that they were uptight at first, but now it's just like we come in here excited to see what's going to happen. What's new?
Yeah. That's there needs to be a little spark, a little bit. Like I feel like my shoulders just tensed up because now I'm thinking, oh, am I relaxed? It must be the shirts. Yeah, look at how relaxed we are. Like
wrinkled shirts. That's funny, man.
Oh, Exterminator. Oh man.
Yeah, so cool, man. And then I took that map down so it doesn't seem like a classroom in my creative space.
Yeah, and I gotta rework my backdrop a little bit. This is a little bland behind me right now.
It's all good, man.
You can see my my whiteboard back there. That's important stuff there.
Yes,
Empower
sir.
leaders, encourage people towards the spotlight, and share what I'm learning.
That's so good
every day, man. That's if I keep doing those three things, if I keep working towards those three goals, however it translates for that day, however that it translates for that episode, it's going to end up being good.
Yeah, and for those of y'all who don't know what he just said, empower leaders, encourage others to the spotlight. And I forgot what other last piece of crap he said.
Doesn't matter.
But dude, I find myself exactly, Kevin. This is what I was getting at. He says he feels like he's seen that somewhere on the clipboard somewhere. If you don't know, this is actually in the clipboard and in the Soapstone. Now I find myself, or in the boardroom in the Soapstone, I was in a meeting, in IRL in real life, and I was like, I need a clipboard in here just to remind me right now what my focus should be. And I was like, man, maybe we should sell some Soapstone clipboards in real life with that on there.
Maybe, and a marker so people can write, whatever they want. Yeah, it's it's interesting, but that focus has helped us immeasurably in the Soapstone. It's been so important because, again, like there's pressure to produce a great show, and we want to produce a great show, but having people laughing from start to finish, you know what? That's secondary to giving people opportunities to lead. Right. That's secondary to giving people opportunities on the stage. And so having that mindset and being able to pivot to where what we're doing is more on a fundamental level than the surface level. That's been immeasurable. And then as far as sharing what we're learning, like that, to keep that in mind, that like I want to hold on to knowledge with an open hand. I want to, if somebody else comes in with a competing comedy club, say,
right,
like I want to share with them what I'm learning. That's why I'm there, is to share what I'm learning. And that helps me to keep this abundance mentality.
Yes.
And it's so helpful, because that's when things thrive. As soon as it comes to a scarcity mentality, if I start hanging on and like, oh no, I don't want to lose this, then I'm going to miss the next opportunity, the next level.
Absolutely.
Man,
It's so good, brother. Abundance and scarcity. That stuff is life changing, bro. It is so life changing.
Feels good.
Absolutely. You can be a human or a crow, a humanitarian or a crow. A crow is always gathering stuff for himself.
And a humanitarian is like, that seems like an odd connection there. A crow or a humanitarian.
So let me tell you a story.
All right.
There's a story about a little girl who's trying to decide what she's gonna be, because everybody was always asking her what is she gonna be when she grows up. And so she just started asking herself, what should I do? What should I be? And she went with her mother to work. Her mother was a forest ranger. And so her mother was, in the little cabin and let her play around. And she started looking at all these animals and saying, well, should I be like a rabbit? And, but she noticed that the rabbit was always scared. And the only time the rabbit showed itself was when it wanted to eat and get something. Then it'll go back to his old, like, should I be a rabbit? They're like, should I be like a squirrel? And she looked at the squirrel. The squirrel was just climbing, see how high it can get, and gathering nuts. It's like, yeah, I don't think the squirrel is like, even though it was having fun, it's fun for a squirrel getting high and gathering nuts. Then it's like, man, should I be like a crow? She heard a crow. She's like, man, should I be like a crow? But she noticed the crow was surviving, getting bread and getting food. The only time it told other crows where the food was is when it needed help breaking something to get the food. And so she spent all this day looking at all these animals. Then her mom came outside. What's going on? She's like, what should I do? What should I be? Should I be like a crow? Should I be like a squirrel? Her mom's like, you're a human. And you want to be a humanitarian who helps all these. Everybody benefits from a humanitarian. So
I get it now.
Yeah. It's like at first it was random, but yeah, now it makes sense.
Well, I know, like, you don't say random stuff. Like, like when you're saying something, there's something behind it. If there's one thing I've learned from hanging out with you, so awesome, man. Great to hear that that background.
Hey, can I say something on the clip that we just watched though? Shout out to Sensei J for that angle. I was like, ooh.
He's like, so we threw this curveball at him. He showed up thinking it was going to be a normal episode. And I'm like, oh, by the way, we're just going to let everybody on stage.
Yeah.
and he's getting angles. And oh, man. Shout out to Sensei J indeed. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. Let's see. I bet we got another clip here. We had a couple of folks that that popped by, and they had some really cool stuff to share. M Runk and Brandy VR, and they created a couple games. First, can we get? Oh, geez, sorry, I got distracted. Like, this is the suggestion box now. Can we get constellations in the Soapstone sky, please? Like, this is
great.
He does say hello here as well. So yeah, we'll see. We're probably not though.
As this comment before you go on, as Justin Bates just said, you guys are awesome. Thanks. That's got to be one of the coolest names ever.
Justin Bates.
Justin Bates. Yeah, let's go. Like that name just has a ring to it, man.
That is a cool name.
Bates.
Although the coolest name of all time, I think, was a wide receiver that played for University of Michigan, Mercury Hayes. Like
Mercury.
Like what a man. What a name.
Dude, there's another name. I'm gonna see if I can Google it right quick. This dude, what was his name? Oh yes, DeCoolest Crawford.
What?
Yes,
DeCoolest.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a banner right quick so you can see how to spell it.
Now that is DeCoolest name for sure.
It is. Hold up, why can't I?
All right. Yeah. You know what? While you're doing that, I want to play this clip real quick of M. Runk and Branny because they had some cool stuff to say. Oh, there it is.
No, actually, it's the coldest. I'm sorry, the coldest. My bad.
Man, that's a cool name.
That fell. Yep, let's go to the clip, bro. My bad. Let's stay focused.
All right, man. Let's go to the clip.
Starts off kind of wanting to build the same thing, right? Everybody wants to either build a comedy club to rival the Unemployed Alcoholic here, or they want to build a PvP world or a nightclub, right? Those are usually the top three that most people start off with. And we were no different. My very first build by myself was a comedy club that's just sitting there doing nothing because I didn't know what I was doing. But once I partnered with Brandy, we wanted to build a PvP world. And so we wanted to build something unique compared to what everybody else has. We see 3v3, we see 4v4, and we thought, well, what if we had something bigger? And so we created that. And over the next couple of weeks after that, we kind of worked on it. And so we have an 8v8 world called Battlegrounds. It's a slower pickup because it's kind of harder to find 16 people all at one time to play. But when you do, it is amazing.
Yeah, they've got that Battlegrounds world, and then actually Sturm comments on Crazy Eight's pool hall. That's another one of their worlds that actually let's just go right into that.
Yeah, that's fascinating. This is very fascinating.
For sure.
Here it is.
Oh,
yeah. So Crazy Eights evolved because we decided we noticed that nobody had a working pool table in game, at least not efficiently. So we kind of tinkered with the idea. We built something up, and before you knew it, Brandy's amazing scripting skills, we had at least a functional table. It's evolved a lot in the past couple of weeks, even more. So it's running pretty darn smooth. But I do the building of the table, and then he would script it, and so it just kind of evolved from there. Once we had a working prototype, we just had the idea of the pool hall. So we wanted a nice intimate theme, something where everyone felt like they were hanging out at home, and it's been a raging success. It's pretty amazing.
Man, these guys have it figured out. Ramona says applause.
Yeah, dude. They've it's amazing how what he said was he saw everybody doing, creating these experiences that were basically copying, which nothing is wrong with that. But it's like, man, what unique experience can we create? And there it is.
Yep. There it is. Like what can you give people access to? And man, I don't know. You ever do any hanging out in pool halls?
I do. Yeah. So it's one of my wife's favorite thing. Me and my wife's favorite thing to do together. One of them.
Really?
We just go every now. We just find a pool hall. Just go shoot pool.
Really, man. I haven't shot pool in a number of years, but like back in the day, I lived in in Mason, Michigan, and in Lansing, right down the road, a couple towns over, there was this pool hall called Hall of Fame, and me and some friends we'd just go in there and just hang out all night and just shoot pool and.
That's so cool, bro.
Tell lies and.
Hey man, I'm looking at some of these names and trying to find the coldest name. So there's this, they have a list of the coolest names and in college football current this year, 2022. Dude. But I'm typing in some of them right now so you can read these. This is golden. All right, so you know this one, the coldest, this one I was just telling you all about. And
the coldest.
Yeah, he plays for Nebraska.
That's a cool name. That's even cooler than the coolest, which I thought it was.
Right. Now this one this guy plays for Boston College. I'm just gonna put BC for short. And
that's a cool name too.
That's the name, Shitta. Shitta Silla.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
I can't imagine any nicknames that
getting upset. Shitta.
You're right.
Yeah. Or if he has a certain sense about himself, like let's say he only wears a certain type of cologne, and then somebody else wears that other cologne.
You smell like shitta.
I love the humor, dude. I love it. Yeah. In the Bible, there's this wood called shittim wood. It's now. I mean, it changed the name later on to the acacia, but the original name for the acacia is shittim.
Really?
Yep.
Are you shittiming me?
Yeah.
James Sturminator comes in here with a little bit of knowledge. There's a toilet called the Thomas Crapper. Actually, he invented the toilet. What, didn't he? Or I thought it was maybe John Crapper.
That is great.
All right, so Crapper sounds right.
I need to read off some of these names, man. I don't have time to type them up. Maybe I can put them in a picture. But man, there's one guy. He's a DB at LSU. His name is Major Burns.
First name Major?
First name Major, last name Burns.
So if he advanced through the ranks of the military, he'd be Major Burns?
Right, absolutely. Sergeant Major Burns. There's another DB in Arizona named first name Ephesians, last name Prysock.
Really?
Yeah.
Middle name 214.
Right. Alabama has a DB. Last name is McKinstry. First name KoolAid. KoolAid McKinstry. North Carolina has a DB named Storm Duck. Arkansas has a linebacker named Bumper Pool.
Bumper Pool?
Bumper, first name Bumper, last name Pool. Pool.
All right.
Yep. We got a O-line, offensive lineman at Georgia Tech named Wing Green.
O-line, huh?
Yep. And then there's a cheerleader called Amanda Hug and Kiss. All right, I'm done. All of those are true except for I'll if you follow me on Twitter, I'll retweet this out right now so y'all would know. Just follow me on Twitter at Jason Earls. I just retweeted it right now so you can see that.
all true except for the last lie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Do you know what I did the other day? This is probably like Sunday. I fell asleep, man. I took the most amazing nap ever. Dude, I fell asleep. And everybody was gone out the house. The Simpsons were on. And I watched an entire episode of The Simpsons, bro.
See, that's what they'd say when I was back in school. Like that'll rot your brain.
I did. Yep. So I was like, I hadn't done this since 1987. It's probably the last time I watched an episode of The Simpsons.
It's a good show. Like, Kimberly says she just can't with us too. We're keeping her giggling, and Kevin did some fact checking on you, and Amanda Hug and Kiss is not a real person. KoolAid is a nickname. All right.
Yeah, sweet. I just retweet. It's well, you can't see.
Yeah.
It's 2 lists. It's a long list of defensive players or offensive players.
Cool.
What made you? Is KoolAid the only one you fact check?
He's like, oh man. Let's see what else. We got a couple more clips that I want to play here. So let's see. We've been mentioning quite a bit of appreciation and praise towards the people in the audience and everything, and that's one thing that I know like Lolly D has really keyed in on, and she shared a little bit on that in the on the live thing. What do I still have words that I use like in the live thing on Friday? We'll go with that.
No, Aaron, I was going to say that statement, lonely at the top, is a very true statement. And everyone thinks just because you have success that you don't need to hear about it too, but you do need to hear what everybody thinks of you that works with you and how much we appreciate and support you. And Jason too. I mean, this podcast, I've told both of you, the things that you guys discuss in these podcasts really speak to me. I hear you. I hear things you point out and say, things that are really good for people to hear. And I think that's important beyond all the great success you're having in the Soapstone, which obviously you are, but also the positivity you guys bring. I can't say that enough. The joy, the encouragement. I mean, you guys are both really great at that, and we're all benefiting from it. And we appreciate it very much.
Jason, you are doing good things, my friend.
Takes one to know one, buddy.
Yeah. But you brighten the room when you come into it. When we sit here and chat, the people that are engaging, they draw from you, man. They absorb your positive energy and your optimistic outlook and your vibe, man. It's so cool.
I appreciate it, man. I just, it's our goals to be, if we call it to be leaders, we got to be leaders in who we are. And sometimes leading looks like leading from an emotional standpoint more than an organizational standpoint. And, it's kind of like all of us at some level are quarterbacks. We lead the charge somewhere. And so my goal is to be like right now, OU's quarterback. He's a great leader. His name is General Booty. And
is that for the fact checkers?
That's funny.
No, that's you said something there before that. You said we're all quarterbacks in something.
Yeah,
like that's an interesting thing to look around and say not say who's the quarterback, but to say, what am I the quarterback of?
Absolutely.
What am I leading? What am I calling the plays on? That's
absolutely. How do I hand off and throw balls to other people so that they can be the best version of themselves? And sometimes that's just through interaction. And sometimes
this is like we're like middle school. Like we're right there.
I knew what I said.
I was gonna let it go.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they help people become the best version of themselves. And what does that look like? Oftentimes, you got to learn to call audibles. And sometimes that audible is, you know what?
like you're trying so hard to like redirect back to something valuable. Like
That's great. No, because I was about to say, like that audible that you just called, like he's going this way. Nope, I'm calling it back. Nope, I'm not gonna let that get away. I'm gonna call it back. That's a great audible, man. And that adds an element of comedy to the room, man. I think that's great. We got to know when to do that.
Right. Well, and it's like actually, if we do get analytical and break that down, you know, you said throw the balls or whatever, and then kept talking, but then there was eye contact, and there was about like 3 back and forths there.
I was like, his ego. I was like, yeah, I can't take it. I gotta keep on running this route.
Yeah, and that's pretty amazing. Like that's chemistry, you know, of you and I being able to communicate and bounce back and forth off each other and stuff.
Right.
That's good stuff. You know what? I've got a clip of you talking about collaboration. I don't know if you talk about chemistry. I wasn't paying attention, but
let me say something about chemistry right quick before you play. I'm just
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I wasn't. I was just,
like, see, we are just in
right.
rhythm.
I was just saying, like, all right, yeah. I was getting straight A's in chemistry until my teacher went on maternity leave. Then I started failing it. That's all I got to say about chemistry. Roll the clip.
All right, roll the clip. Jason talking about collaboration.
Partnership relationship here, man, it's like a thunder and lightning deal. It's like here you have one guy who's amazing at creating, and then another guy who's amazing at scripted, and just got together and partnered in the making of this world. It's pretty awesome. And it's almost like what I found in the metaverse, there's always this dual focus that makes things work. Like Brandon just said, you have this pretty cool scripting that he said is relatively easy, whatever, man. And but then it's coupled with this authentic pool hall environment experience where people can gain community. I think that's part of the sweet sauce that makes this VR stuff work.
Man, that chemistry, that connection, that collaboration, I think that's so important, like everywhere, but especially in the metaverse, to be able to find that person or that team or those people that you click with and just let things happen.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about how the Soapstone is created. It's people go for comedy, but yet you get so much more than comedy. It sets up so many people to have conversations, to get to know each other. So Soapstone is like the golf course and the business world. It's people go to play golf, but so many other things happen, so many other business deals, conversations are had on the golf course, and that's what happens at the Soapstone. It sets the stage for people to get to know each other and make those connections.
That's right. Zach says, I like the talk circles you guys have. Would be cool to transition the stage to a circle. You know, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. That's a real good idea to really take another peek at the stage and see if there's another configuration that we should do.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like that we're all just wedged in there.
It's really good. It has that living room sense.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. But maybe we could put a button, and you hit a button, and it switched to some other chairs pop up.
Right. I think that'd be a good idea to do.
June
bug.
What it do? My sister, June to the Bizug.
Man, there's some people that you see them and you just smile.
Absolutely.
Like both you and I didn't even have to see June, just seeing her name. Like
absolutely.
Oh.
There's a verse that says a good name is to be chosen above riches, man. And when you think of June, like y'all saw how when we said her name, how we both lit up, and a Rolodex of great impact and wealth that she's given to us just through friendship, being a comedy colleague, just seeing her interact with others. Man, we sure enough appreciate you, June.
Absolutely. And even that, hey friends, like I just hear it in her voice, like, man.
The importance of using emojis. That's like,
yeah. And she's like,
but she failed to use one on the second one. It's okay,
right?
June.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Okay, delete.
Yeah, absolutely. Get her out of here.
You know, you described June as, a colleague, a comedy colleague, and but I'll tell you, I've seen June engage, like actually years back at the Christian Comedy conference. What comedy? So what's it called again?
Yeah, the CCA.
Yeah, the CCA. Like this conference there was a lot of emotional stuff happening.
Yeah.
And there was this young man who was a young comedian out of LA that came in, and two people I saw like just really engage with him and help him on his journey. One is your friend Michael Jr. Like he connected with this young man and like really had some great conversation. And the other is Junebug. Like she just came on with this motherly presence and just like just made a difference in this young man's life. And he was going through some stuff.
Yeah.
And man, it was so cool.
Yep. And she has an amazing story. Look who's in the building.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Man,
that's Alma Jean, right?
Yeah. So Alma has a twin sister, and she's been bringing her twin sister around. Like I walked in and her twin sister was on her avatar. Like
really?
That's not even fair. Like, I mean, it's one thing, like everybody's got at least like 2 to 3 or 4 names in the metaverse, but to have 2 or 3 of the same person, like,
yeah, that's what you call a double entendre.
Oh man,
that doesn't seem right. Like, can you trust it? If somebody has a twin in the metaverse, like, can we really trust that?
Yep. What's going on here, man? Oh man, who else? Like, this has been my favorite interaction with the comments out of any show that we've done.
Absolutely,
the people that are engaging and everything. It's just so great. Oh yeah, she's looking like a dork throwing confetti and giggling. Yeah, sure, that was your sister. Yeah, just right next to me. Yeah, that's I do that in there. Throw confetti.
Hey man, so I just had this granola bar. This is one of my favorite snacks, man. Hidden Valley, granola, peanut butter granola. It's amazing. I had one on my desk, and by habit, I picked it up and started eating it.
Nice.
Because I hadn't had any breakfast. Anyway, that was just random. I'm just saying that to say if y'all see me eating, just don't think I'm being rude.
That would have been perfect product placement if only we had that arranged.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I won't tell y'all what store I got it from.
Yeah. Oh, was it Costco?
Indeed it was. Dude, man, it's funny, man. I really enjoy Costco, bro. I won't take long.
Yeah, I do too. Like,
yeah.
So, like, Renee and I will be trying to figure out, hey, what do you want to do? And I'll be like, you want to go to Costco?
Absolutely, man. Dude, Costco is. I just love going, man. You,
Yeah.
you know what I did yesterday? So, of course, you know the habit of make sure you eat something. Don't go grocery shopping on an empty stomach.
Unless you're going to Costco.
I was like, you know what? Let me just go get me one of those hot dog and soda combos.
Because you had $1.50 to spare.
Dude, they just came out with this was national news. They said their goal is to never change that price.
Yeah. Yeah. Their chickens too. Like their chickens are $4.99. And those are big chickens. They're
We sound like some old man. What about the eggs, though? What about the eggs?
Yeah. It's like genuine excitement.
Right.
I'm like, and they're chickens. Like,
Right.
come on, man. Like those
Yeah,
rotisserie chickens.
you were, and you were.
$4.99
Was funny. You weren't getting the energy from. You weren't getting the same energy reciprocated. You like the chickens.
Right. Like, I mean, do you not know about the chickens? It's so
The
good.
chickens, Jay. The chickens, man. You know.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you, sometimes like I'll get that hot dog and pop combo
Yeah.
and a kicker piece pizza.
That's
just sit in the corner like.
Dude, what's funny is I didn't get soda. I got water. I like because this hot dog is gonna send my blood pressure out the roof.
Yeah.
Look, Zach says they had some big eggs.
Zach's an old guy. He's the youngest old guy I know.
Yeah. That is funny.
Sturm sharing the British culture. Over here we have a meal deal in Tesco. It's a sandwich, a packet of crisps, and a bottle of drink. That's such a British statement. I don't quite even understand it. A pocket.
It's for 3.5 pounds, man.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's lost in translation, Sturm. We gotta
right. Like I don't know what Tesco is.
That's where they tested Costco. It was a focus group before they Tesco.
Oh, or 3 pounds if you're a club card.
Oh, my bad.
Member. All right. Good stuff. Oh, it's a supermarket.
Dude, listen.
Not
the tough thing about the tough thing about traveling internationally is doing that currency exchange rate in your head, bro. I don't know. I don't know. You have the same issue as me. When I'm in the market, I'm like, shucks.
Like I don't know how much. So one time I went up. My wife at the time, I think we were married at the time. We went up to Canada to go skiing, and at the time the dollar was like really strong against the Canadian dollar. The US dollar was strong against it, and went up to the bar to buy a beer, and I said, all I've got is American currency, and she said, oh, that's like $1 million. I gave her a $5 bill. She gave me like $6 change back in Canadian and a beer. I'm like, I love this country. Like this is the greatest place on earth.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, I went to one country, and I just felt compelled to give this guy some money, and I gave him $10. And they were like, "Do you realize what you just did?" I was like, "No." They said just gave him 6 months' wages.
Oh, wow!
I was like,
wow.
Well, let me bless him with another. Brother, I'm gonna change your life today, baby. Here's a 20. Pow.
I was shooting for 12 months. Yeah. What an awesome opportunity to impact somebody so dramatically. That's cool.
Yeah. Some people tell you don't do that. You're gonna mess up which I don't get, mess up the economy. I think that's a bunch of crap, but who am I?
Yeah.
See, there it is. US dollar is 89 cents, 89 pounds.
Yeah.
So if something is, do the math right quick. So let's say it's 586, 5.
Do the math.
86.
This is hold on. This is how we're gonna end this podcast. Is it me and you trying to do math? Like that sounds like a terrible idea.
My bad. It was melting in my hand.
Oh, Kimberly. This is how we end the podcast. Kimberly's saying this has been the most fun I've had out of all of our shows. Thanks for making my cheeks hurt.
You are welcome. To you, we say you're welcome.
Absolutely. This has been a lot of fun. This is one of my 25 top shows that you and I have done together. It's
absolutely it's like someone say, man, y'all never done a show this good.
we may never again. Like, for those of you tuning in, sorry, because I agree. I assume Zach agrees with Kimberly as opposed to what we just said there. Oh, this was a lot of fun, and
shout out to my guy. This right here is one of my favorite people in the metaverse.
I'm with you on that.
Purple Tim's Caden, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it, dude.
Absolutely. Good dude right there.
That's a real life troll.
Dean says he loves the show.
Thanks, Dean. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good stuff. What you got coming up, man? What's the
me?
Yeah.
I got a lot coming up this month. This is a super busy month. There's a number of things coming up that are going to take a lot of intense focus and organization and this month, which it's all good. It's all great stuff. I'll tell you, I'm thankful for the team that we have in the Soapstone, because I mean, I have confidence in this crew. Like this, man. Awesome.
Let me just say, like, just knowing some of the stuff that you've got going, let me just say to anybody who's looking to do stuff in the metaverse, if you're unorganized in life, you will be unorganized in the metaverse. And if you're unorganized in life, it's going to limit your impact in real life. Ooh. And if you're unorganized in real life, it's going to limit your impact in the metaverse.
That's true. It's who you are in the metaverse is who you are in real life magnified. It's wild, and that goes both ways.
Absolutely.
The good things,
right? Yep.
But yeah, stay tuned.
If you drop balls in the metaverse, and you're gonna drop balls in real life.
I hate to even get off the line here. I got a super busy month, and so I'm just gonna sit here and laugh the rest of the day. Yeah.
So good.
Oh, what is meta impact equals real impact? Purple Tim's
Caden. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Oh man. All right. We gotta go. What do you got going on the rest of the day?
Man, what do I have going on? We've got, of course, picking kids up from football practice and doing that stuff. I have one goal that I want to do. I want to come up with a digital course, and I want to see how quick I can write this digital course, shoot it. Yeah.
Awesome.
On just my gift story and how to help people, show people how to make their gifts and how to be consistent in it. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I will see you Friday in the metaverse. Yeah, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then, of course, next Tuesday, right back here at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Absolutely.
Everybody, thanks for chiming in with all the comments. This was such a wonderful interaction. Appreciate y'all and see you soon.
Indeed. The coolest.